Hey, we're about to start the show, and you know the drill. If you've been here before and you have something important to share, please add a capital letter Q to your comment. And if you are watching live for the first time, please let us know by writing the word new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Enjoy the broadcast. Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Coffee and Headlines, and it is Friday. Where is Cue the Friday music? Yes. Oh, goodness. Yesterday afternoon, enough Friday music. Yesterday afternoon was wild and crazy and adrenaline and dopamine, and it was a good day. It was just good, crazy, and I'm so happy to be here this morning with you. To connect with news that I have put together for you, to connect with your questions, ideas, and suggestions, simply to connect. This is, of course, Coffee and Headlines. And, good to hear. Good morning, all. Hedwig is brilliant. Thank you, Paco, for Spotlight. I might have missed this show had you not featured Jordan Carnegie. You know, I have gotten great reviews from you now and from other friends, Betsy. So I am so happy to hear that. And more importantly, whenever you take the time to let me know that you found out about something here at Coffee and Headlines or through the Spotlight, and then you bring it back to me, you let me know that you completed a circle. It really, really makes my day. There was a lovely lady that reached out to me the other day, and she says, "Where do you get your yarn?" And she was from Bucerias, and I gave her the information, and she wrote back, and she said, "I found awesome stuff." So that was all, sorry, a good thing. So with all that said, I'm starting to see some of your fun comments, but I'll save those for later. Let us dive into the news because I have excellent news. Well, good news. Governor Alfaro has announced the imminent remodeling of Puerto Vallarta's Libramiento. Yes, this is our very own Libramiento. And although no specific information was shared regarding the investment involved in the project, if it comes directly from the governor, then it's got to be good. And this is just in time before the rainy season gets to Puerto Vallarta. Now, this one requires a lot of context. There will not be Vallarta Awards this year. Let me start by saying a little bit about the Vallarta Awards. As you know, every year we celebrate our city's anniversary at the end of May, and every year the city gives the Vallarta Award, the Premio Vallarta, in a number of categories to local people that accomplished all kinds of things. This is a prestigious award, or it should be a prestigious award. If you have not heard about this, It's probably because this is a locals award, and I know from at least two or three people that have been involved in the selection committee at one point, and myself included. I was invited to be part of the selection committee many, many years ago. It is one of those very political awards. It's not really necessarily an award that has to do with accomplishment. A lot of times it has to do with people that know people that know people, or maybe I am biased one way or another. It's not something that gets publicized all that much, but nevertheless, it is an important award. It's an important award and event that is part of the city's celebration of its anniversary, both as a city and as a municipality. But we will not have such a thing this year. Why? Because the interim mayor, looking here, particularly cheerful, has not met with the city council. By the book, and by law is what I mean. By the book, the mayor is supposed to meet with the city council at least once a month, I believe, and the city council has protested legally that the mayor is not meeting with them. So the mayor has said that there are no meetings because of the elections, which is a shady kind of excuse given the fact that we've had elections before, but still the meeting with the city council goes on because this is important. There are those people who say that one of the reasons why the mayor is not meeting with his council is that a number of council people that were part of the mayor's party, the Morena party, have switched over to the Green Party. So the mayor does not have the majority in the city council anymore. So he could be voted down on proposals. So blame it on the election, blame it on whatever. But this Morena party is doing some very curious things locally, and that is why I'm not voting for Morena for the municipality. And I just figured I would throw that in there. The other day when I was talking about voting or not voting, YouTube seemed to take too much time approving my video, and I wondered if they are actually looking at what people are talking about and whether they thought I was talking about elections in another country where they might be highly politicized as well. But we're not going to go there, at least not today. And that was that. Moving right along, it might be worth checking out the Viva Aerobus website, as apparently the airline is offering attractive discounts associated with the ongoing hot sale that we've been talking about, both on domestic and international flights. And since Puerto Vallarta is included in the list of destinations that are offered with a discount, you may want to check out the website, which of course I will include in the show notes after this broadcast is over. And last but not least, it may be humid here, but when it comes to the drought, we are dry as a prune. Even so, the National Weather Service is now tracking not one, but two tropical formations in the Pacific Ocean with the potential to evolve into hurricanes. I see them on the illustration, and they're far away, and they're not significant yet. So we're not going to worry about this, but we'll keep an eye on them. Let's take a look at the weather, but first, let's take a look at this.
Step into the enchanting world of Bossa Nova. Travel back to the late 50s and 60s when this Brazilian rhythm swept the globe, leaving an indelible mark on music history. Meet the remarkable individuals who sparked the Bossa Nova flame. Wonder about the girl from Ipanema? She's not just a legend, she's alive today. Discover the unsung hero who introduced this iconic song to the English-speaking world despite being undervalued. Experience Bossa Nova's vibrant pulse through modern-day luminaries captivating audiences globally. Join us for Blame It on the Bossa Nova, a journey through time and sound. Immerse yourself in classic tunes and explore how this rhythm shaped today's music scene. Mark your calendars for Thursday, May 23rd at 5 p.m. at the Joint Boutique Hotel. Tickets are available at the hotel reception. See you there. Oh, and thank you for watching. And more importantly, thank you for helping spread the word by sharing this video with your friends.
Oh, and it is Bossa Nova weather, that's for sure. And I may have been a little stoned when I narrated that. I can't remember, but listening to it back, it seems a little sedate. But maybe that's the way Bossa Nova makes me feel. But enough about Bossa Nova. Let's look at the weather. Snarky Weatherman says the human body is exceedingly fragile. I can think of at least 7,890 ways to kill you. Well, that's not very friendly. And neither is the weather. It is 27 degrees right now. Humidity is at 72%. So it is humid. There's no doubt about that. The weather forecast for today is partly cloudy skies in the morning with clear skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 20. Then tomorrow, Saturday, humid with clear skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 19. And then Sunday, it will be humid with mostly clear skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 19. And this brings us back to our, give me back my cursor, brings us back to here. Okay, now, every now and then I mention truly mundane things that I discover on YouTube that have absolutely nothing to do with Puerto Vallarta. And sometimes I bring them over here because I figured maybe you want to know more about them. Maybe you don't. But if you're wondering what is one of the latest YouTube videos that had made me completely giddy in the last few days, it has to be this video that features a recipe for a mini cake. And whenever I stumble upon recipes on YouTube, the first thing that I look at is how long the video is, because when the videos are long, it's probably very complicated. So I saw how short the video was, and I watched it, and I got totally giddy because not only is it simple to make, it requires one of those tiny little cake molds. So I think I am due for a visit to the China store to find a little mini cake mold to have some fun sometime in the near future. Now, if you are as geeky as I am and you want to see the mini chocolate cake video, just write the word cake in your comment and I'll be so very happy to include it in the show notes. If you don't eat cake or you don't want to see these videos that have nothing to do with Puerto Vallarta, feel free to let me know as well. I just figured somebody's got to do the baking. And I mean that in exactly every sense of the world. Moving right along, as you know, we're still pushing the spotlight along, and we want to make sure that people get a chance to check it out so that we can make sure that it's a worthwhile project. And the watch page links for episode 10, which will take place this coming Wednesday, are already up there. Also, of course, the link for anyone that wishes to promote their own event are there. So all you have to do is register. It is free of charge, and it is a wonderful thing, or so we think. And I also want to give you an update. Remember how we had this very dreadful experience in which I produced the online version of my presentation on great Mexican songs, and it went totally south because of all kinds of technical snafus? Well, the good news is that I have fixed it. I have recorded it from scratch, and it will premiere tomorrow at 2 p.m. You don't have to watch the premiere if you're busy, but I will be watching it live so that I can have exactly the same experience that you have, so that I can ensure that there are no technical glitches, at least not on my end. If halfway through the presentation you lose your internet signal, etc., it will not have anything to do with me. So We'll see how it goes. Once again, this is available as of tomorrow at 2 p.m. and it is free for everyone that has been either a supporter or a subscriber for Coffee and Headlines. It is actually going to be free for everyone, but I haven't mentioned that out loud just yet. I'm going to let the premiere go by and then I will add it as not a downloadable, but an on-demand watch for the future. So I did see a comment go by from Barbara who said, sure wish I could attend the Bossa Nova presentation. Love the Bossa Nova. I just want to let you know, Barbara, that now that I figured out the kinks on transforming my in-person presentations to live presentations, you can expect that all the things that I'll be doing moving forward are also going to be available online on demand. There will be a price to watch because we got to pay the rent, but it will definitely be a little less than what you would pay to watch the presentations live here in person. But I do hope that a number of people will choose to join me for Bossa Nova because it's hot out there and we sit in an air conditioning room and that is always lovely. And the last thing that I want to share with you before we go on to our chit chat section is that if you are a supportive member, either a monthly member or an annual member, you should have received notice by email that we have this members only live this afternoon. This gives me a chance to check in with members and show my appreciation for your support. And it also gives me the chance to run new ideas by you just to see if these are the kinds of things that you would like to see happen related to Coffee and Headlines moving forward. And so I will have some announcements to make. So I look forward to this live for members only this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And with that said, let us switch over to your comments. Oh, everybody wants cake. That is a good thing. So I'll be happy to include my non-Vallarta related YouTube video. Well, it's not mine, but I saw it. I will be happy to include the video in the show notes today. Look at all these good mornings. Thank you so very much for that. And look at my itchy nose. You know, it's that time of year which every time I go cuddle with Luna, I end up all itchy because of her hair. Let's see what we have. I was on the wrong broadcast, says Barbara. You know, Barbara, that happens to me too. Between the spotlight and the private this and the premiere that and Coffee and Headlines in my foggy brain, sometimes I get into this wrong spot broadcast as well. Boom. Let's see. Ooh, Liz says may have to go offline for some peace of mind. I hope it's not something I said. No, seriously, Liz, I hope you're okay. If you feel the need to take a break from online, I can certainly appreciate that. That has been my case every now and then, but I do hope you're okay. Thank you for that endorsement, Michal. We saw your Bossa Nova presentation last time. It was so interesting and entertaining. Thank you for that. Let's see. And then I see all your cake things. Pat is looking forward to the afternoon broadcast. Thank you very much for that. I won't be able to watch the live today. I will watch it later. I hope it goes well. Thank you for that, Karen. Yes, if you are not able to watch the members only live this afternoon, the link is still good for you to watch on demand. And there's going to be an important announcement that you may not want to miss if you are a member. Doug says, would it be possible for you to resend the Zoom address? Again, it disappeared from my inbox. I'll be happy to do that, Doug. I will send a reminder right after the broadcast so that you can get that again. Boom, 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 boom. The term "let 'em eat cake" was uttered last week and resulted in a wave of canceling of those out of touch with us commoners. I have no idea what that is about, so let's do this.
¿Qué pasa? No entiendo.
No entiendo. I don't understand what that is about. So, I hope it's not something I said again. And with that said, I think we are good for wrapping things up for this morning's broadcast. Yes, this is what makes it all possible. You are what make it all possible, and I am so grateful for your ongoing support of Coffee and Headlines. This afternoon, again, important announcements. If you want to meet us, if you want to join us, and it will be, of course, an opportunity for anyone to step onto the spotlight with me and tell us what's on your mind. This is usually fun. And if I don't see you today, I will see you again tomorrow morning. Have a good day.